friends, welcome back to my channel Psychology Point. We will continue the board questions which we were discussing in the last video. Before that, I would like to bring to your notice that there was a small correction which I had already pasted in the first comment of that video, that type A and B personality types were discussed by Friedman and Rosenman, whereas type C and type D have been given by Morris. Okay, so please make this correction. I'm sorry for the mistake. Actually, sometimes it happens. We all are human. Now, let's proceed with the other questions. So I think we have to start up with this question on the screen. Howard Gardner has proposed many types of intelligence. Okay, you must be knowing he has proposed 8 types of intelligence, multiple intelligence theory he has given. And out of the options which are given on your screen, the answer would be creative. He has not talked about creative intelligence. Then, the IQ range for individuals with mild intellectual deficiency is 55 to 69. Okay, if the individual, see, average IQ is 100. I won't be discussing much in detail because I have to discuss lots of questions from the board paper, so I restrict myself with the explanation part. And if you have any problem with any particular question, you can just write in the comment section and I'll surely explain you that question. Now, dash are the enduring beliefs about an ideal mode of behavior. The answer is value. Helen took an dash test which indicated that she could excel in typing and highlighted it in her resume while looking for jobs. That is a specialized aptitude test. The correlation between intelligence test scores of identical twins is. Now here, this type of questions you will be getting in the board, wherein you have to choose the correct options. Means 4 statements are given, 2 statements must be correct and 1 statement might be wrong. So out of the options given here, the option B 1 and 2 are correct. That is, higher when they are raised together than when they are raised apart, greater than that of for the fraternal twins raised together. Then which factor is true of people who are low in self-efficacy? Yes. See, out of the options which are given here, second and fourth statement is correct. These people, those who are low in self-efficacy, they try to avoid challenges and allow people to select and shape their environment. Next statement which is correct is it can be enhanced by presenting weak role models. Now next, which of the following statements are true about self as an object? Third and the fourth statement is true. The self gets observed and comes to be known. Self is an entity on which something is being done. Then of course children, you would be getting assertion and reasoning questions this time also. Competency based questions is the main core of CBSE now. So you cannot get escaped from these types of question. Here you would be getting 2 statements. You have to see, you must have done it last year also, these questions in class 11 when the pattern has changed. Okay, so let me stick to the discussion of the question itself. See, first assertion is there may be many people who are academically talented but are unsuccessful in their own lives. Reason, the source of their difficulty is lack of emotional intelligence. So answer here is कि both the statements are true and reason is correct explanation of A, isn't it? Next, state assertion will take up past processes. This is a past model of past processes operate on a knowledge base developed either formally through reading, writing, or experimenting, or informally from the environment. Reason, the functioning of these processes are not interdependent on each other. Here, A is true but R is false. That is, first statement is true, assertion is true, and reason is false. Then, the two statements again are given. Assertion A is a strong sense of self-efficacy allows people to select, influence, and construct the circumstances of their own life. Reason, people's expectations of mastery or achievement and their convictions about their own effectiveness determine the types of behaviors they engage in. These both the statements are true and reason is the explanation of the assertion. Next, neurotic people have control over their feelings? No, isn't it? Neurotic people are anxious, moody, touchy, restless, and are quick to lose control. Yes, correct. So here A is false and R is true. Sometime you will be getting like true false statements in this. Okay, now assertion. A person who has a strong aggressive tendencies may see other people as being excessively aggressive towards him or her. Reason, people adopt an ego defense mechanism called projection in which they attribute their own traits to others. Right. That is, both are correct statement and reason is the correct explanation of A. Then, next, behavioral ratings suffer from major limitations like equations, and raters have tendency to place individuals in the middle of the scale by avoiding extreme position. Here the A is false and R is true. Now discuss a case study. Read the case given below and answer the questions that follows. Now this is a story of the three students Ruby, Radhika and Shankar who were enrolled in an undergraduate psychology program in a university. Ruby was the admissions officer's dream. She was selected for the program as she had perfect entrance scores and outstanding grades and excellent letters of recommendation. But when it was the time for Ruby to start coming up with their own ideas, she disappointed her professors. On the other hand, Radhika did not meet the admissions officer's expectation. She had good grades but low entrance exam scores. However, her letters of recommendations described her as a creative young woman. She could design and implement research work with minimal grade guidance at college. Shankar ranked somewhere in between the two students. He was satisfactory on almost every traditional measure of success. But rather than failing somewhere in the middle of his class at the college, Shankar proved to be an outstanding student. His strength lay in the ability to not only adapt well to the demands of his new environment but also to modify the environment to suit his needs. Now here you have the questions that follows. You have to identify the theory of intelligence which will explain this story of all these three students. So remember the theory which has three components. Hierarchic theory of intelligence. The answer is now here you would be now identifying the type of intelligence which Ruby possesses. She possesses computational intelligence. Then which of the following statement is not true about Radhika's intelligence? Okay, so the answer is it involves modifying the environment to suit the needs. And next is assertion and reasoning question. Assertion: Shankar is not high in contextual intelligence. Shankar was Reason is Shankar was good at adapting well to the demands of his new environment and modifying the environment to suit his need. Here, assertion is false, but the reason is true. Now, out of the three students mentioned in this story, who is more likely to be successful as an entrepreneur? Shankar. Then identify three components of intelligence that Ruby is high on. She is high on knowledge acquisition, meta, and performance. Okay, I think today for this video this much is sufficient, and in upcoming part I would be discussing more questions from the board papers, not only the objective questions but all types of questions, 2 markers, 3 markers, long answers, everything I will be including in this series for chapter 1 and 2. And in the last I would like to ask you, if you feel that yes, my videos are really helping you and could help others, please do share with them and do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.